Hello, my name is Jason Lowry.
And I'm Mark Tody.
And this is the Parkland Podcast.
And we are waterlogged.
It's the Parkland Podcast with Jason and Mark. It's the Parkland Podcast with Jason and Mark. They got plenty to say. They got plenty of heart. On the Parkland Podcast with Jason and Mark. It's the Parkland Podcast. Yeah, the Parkland Podcast. It's the Parkland Podcast. Yeah, the Parkland Podcast with Jason and Mark.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There has been a lot of rainfall in the last 24 hours, and here at record time, we're still kind of in the thick of it.
Yes, they predicted anywhere from 6 to 8 inches of rain this weekend, and usually I take that with a grain of salt, but when it's all said and done, we may be very close to that.
And we've had tornadoes in the area, especially to the south and east, the Boot Hill really getting hit hard.
We should have gotten Mike Reeves to come back on this, and he could have recapped what this past week was like. It was sure eventful weather-wise in the area.
We just have to record that like 2 seconds before we release it because it all becomes outdated.
It does.
As fast as everything moves. And that's the thing with these flash floods is I did a Facebook Live from the little creek that's next to my house, and it filled up in literally 5 minutes. It was up to the brim, and then you get...
It's not a little creek anymore.
Well, exactly. It's a full-blown tributary of the Big River ecosystem.
Yes.
But all the ditches, everything in the city, and then you get something clogged up, and that just leads to problems. So let's hope that you made it through okay, and hopefully you're ready to enjoy some high-quality podcasting. This is episode, 43.
We're almost there. We're approaching 50.
Almost there to half a century. And, of course, it's brought to you by Parkland Pharmacy, Discover Farmington, Subway of the Parkland, First State Community Bank, Save a Lot of the Lead Belt, and Heimberger Construction. And we have Jack and Elizabeth Poston coming on this episode.
Yes, going to talk about Feed My Sheep, which is right around the corner.
It is. Easter's right around the corner. Things are blooming, especially once all this rain stops. Everything's going to grow. You're going to be hearing lawnmowers.
I've already had mine out.
Yeah, I mowed like a fourth of my yard right before it rained.
Me too.
Just like the one part that needed it that I knew was going to grow really fast. But otherwise, it's going to be crazy. We also have election night coming up. Election night Facebook Live coverage, April 8th of the St. Francis County Municipal Election. That's presented by Mineral Area College Tech, St. Francis County Republican Committee, Craig Wood, your shelter insurance agent in Fredericktown, and Sonia Wilson with Triple Creek Realty.
And we have ticket giveaways.
Yes, we do, and I keep forgetting to do this. This is for the big show brought to you by Discover Farmington that's coming up. That's part of their Bluegrass series. And I'm scrolling down here to find it. That would be, Barnum Jack. Barnum Jack on April 25th, 7 o'clock at Long Hall. Keep looking at the Facebook page. Go there every day, and eventually you will see your chance to win, and I will be able to give those away. And then we have tickets to the other show they have coming up, I believe, end of May as well. And then we'll have like a big, long, drawn-out process of eventually me posting those and getting them online for you to win. What did you do this week, Mark Tody?
Oh, it was highlighted by another fine, high-quality dinner at St. Joe for the fish fry. Mm-hmm. Saw your son there working hard. I said, "What are you doing?" He goes, I'm just working hard. I said, "Well, if you want to work really hard, you can go change the oil in my car." And he looked at me and he goes, "Well, I've never done that before, but I think it would be a pretty good experience for me."
Yeah.
And I said, "Maybe so, but I doubt it'd be a good one for me. So let's not do that." But he's a good kid. He was working hard.
He was. He's a good guy. He had had a busy day on Friday. Had the science fair at Mac all day. And congratulations to Maisie Bach. She was the overall winner of the science fair. Eighth
Yeah.
grader from St. Joe's.
Yeah, that's
So,
Emily's.
Yes.
Emily's daughter.
His daughter, she's very, very smart.
I saw her grandma and grandpa at the fish fry.
Yeah, I bet
last
they
night.
were pretty excited about that as well. Did they bring it up?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good for them. So, yeah, congratulations there. Saw the Minecraft movie, Mark. Are you going to go see the Minecraft movie before it leaves theaters?
What's the word I'm looking for? No.
No? Okay. Well, it was a fun experience with the kids, and some of their friends met them there, and it was a good time. So that's how my week went. Any trivia for us?
I saw it before we go. I'm
wait.
watching a movie now, and
Okay.
I'm trying to remember the name of it. And it made me feel old because it's a new movie. It's a horror movie, but it stars Elvis Presley's granddaughter. And I'm like, boy, do I feel old. Elvis Presley's granddaughter.
What's her name? Do you remember?
Is a movie star. Yeah, I can find it here in just a second.
Use the old Google skills. You have too, and I were you wanting to do your rant here now?
Yes.
Or? Okay, boy, yeah, I'm glad that we brought that up. You're upset about something, but once you find out Elvis Presley's granddaughter's name, as you were scrolling backwards vigorously through Wikipedia,
Riley Keough.
Oh, so is she related to the governor?
No, it's spelled
Oh,
differently.
okay.
It's a pretty good movie. I'm about halfway through it.
Okay.
She's fully grown, and about halfway through the movie, she takes all her clothes off, and I'm like, oh, Elvis would not approve.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Elvis, your granddaughter's flaunting herself.
Oh.
Anyway, two pet peeves.
Two pet peeves.
One involves Facebook.
Okay.
I love Facebook. Grandmas and grandpas get to see their grandbabies on Facebook. Proud parents get to post things about their kids. People get to post job promotions and different things like that. But one thing I cannot stand is when somebody puts something negative about particularly a business on Facebook. Because I know that as soon as that happens, there's going to be 50 people come out of the woodwork and say, yeah, like, for example, you have a bad dining experience at an area restaurant.
Yes.
There's going to be 50 posts after that saying, I'll never go there again. Ate there once. It was horrible.
Yeah.
People were rude. They charge way too much. And it's like, shut up. Facebook does not give you the right to just be so massively critical of other people.
Yes.
If you don't like a business, don't go there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't be so negative.
Yeah.
And my other rant today involves people and their blinkers.
Uh-oh.
I wanted to look this up just to make sure the law hasn't changed. But technically, you're supposed to turn your blinker on well in advance of your turn.
Is it 300 feet? Is that?
I don't think it's quite that much. I thought it was more like 50 or 75. I meant.
Well, I
to
guess
look
it
it up.
depends on the highway. I think
Yeah.
it's different, obviously. But yeah, okay, go ahead.
But so many people either A, don't use their blinkers,
Right.
or I've seen it time and time again, and it just irks me. They come to the stop sign, they wait, and then as they turn, they put their blinker on.
Yeah.
It's like, that's not the right way to use your blinker, people. Okay,
Yeah.
I feel better now.
And I totally agree with you on the Facebook thing too. And my biggest pet peeve are because I'm a teacher, there's a lot of talk and people are teachers are lazy and blah 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 and this and that. And that is when I went to school, things were different.
Oh, yeah. Get
and
off
just,
my lawn.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I feel you.
There was a lot of complaining about kids Wednesday. Why weren't they let off school early? And I'm like, people have no idea how tough a school administrator's job is.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, one thing we know for sure, whatever decision they make, there's, especially now with Facebook, there's going to be a group of people that will take the opportunity to diss them, to call them incompetent, to say they really messed up here.
Yeah.
No matter what they would have done, it was going to be wrong with somebody. And now they have a venue in Facebook.
Right.
And I guess some of the other ones like Instagram or I don't really know that they can do the same thing for. And it's like,
Yeah,
Quit
it
complaining.
is. And with that situation, too, you know, you have a tornado. You have 3 tornado in Potosi that afternoon. I think it's always better to err on the side of caution. But you're gonna make somebody mad. Somebody is not gonna like it, no matter what. Because I know folks were upset that Farmington didn't let out. Folks in the other school districts were upset that their schools did let out. So I mean, you weren't gonna win no matter what.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to something nicer and cooler and more entertaining. How about some trivia?
Yes. So what I did is I compiled a list of really, really good and for the most part classic rock albums. You need to tell me the name of the group.
Ooh, okay.
Or artist, I guess.
Okay,
I should
okay.
say. All right.
All right.
Some of these I think you'll do pretty good on. Others I think you'll be like, I didn't realize that. All right, number 1, Automatic for the People.
REM.
Very good. 10.
Pearl Jam.
Hey. Exile on Main Street.
Is that the Rolling Stones?
Very good.
Okay.
3 for 3. Paranoid.
Black Sabbath.
Yes. This one you'll get. Joshua Tree.
U2.
Very good. Here's one you may struggle with. Meaty, beady, big, and bouncy.
Oh my! This is dang it!
One of the first albums I ever bought as a
Is
as a
it
child.
is it the Who?
Yeah, I gave you the hint.
Oh,
there, didn't I? Yes.
okay.
All right, this one is a tough one.
Okay.
Hints, allegations. Okay, I can't read my handwriting.
Okay.
Hold on here. I
Oh,
got it.
put your glasses on.
Okay.
That's-
Hints, allegations, and things left unsaid.
Oh my
One of my
gosh.
favorite albums
Yeah, I know.
of the 90s.
It was 90s? Okay, I was thinking something completely different then. So 90s hints, allegations, and things left unsaid. Nope, lay it on me.
Debut album from Collective Soul.
Oh, okay.
Very good.
Okay.
Shine, Breathe,
Right, yeah.
Scream, all on there. All right, two more
Okay.
quick ones. Everybody else is doing it, so why can't we?
Oh gosh. dang it.
Another great album.
Yeah.
Every song on it is really good.
Yep. I'm blanking.
The Cranberries.
Oh.
Dolores O'Riordan
Cranberries.
left us way too early. Last but not least, this one I think you might get. New Miserable Experience.
New miserable experience. No.
Oh man, this is a classic.
Yeah.
They were off to a great start. Then their singer, I believe it was, died of a drug overdose.
AC/DC?
Gin Blossoms.
Oh, the Gin Blossoms.
Yes, New Miserable Experience.
Oh, yes. Okay. Well, that was very 90s heavy there, Mark.
Yeah,
Good job.
I had a few 70s ones, a couple 60s
Yeah,
in there.
but it was
Nothing from
mostly
after
90s.
2000 because not too many great albums have come out since.
Yeah.
Get off my lawn.
Yeah. All right. How about a totally awesome radio story? We've been talking about Kevin Brooks a lot lately. I think his ears are burning. I don't know if he knows how to, I'm sure he knows how to download a podcast. But
I'm sure he could.
He texted me the other day, just kind of out of the blue, and sent me a picture of a candelabra with a message that read, "This is a candelabra." And he is referencing a really bad mistake I made early on in my radio career. I recorded a commercial for Best Rental, which, of course, was located next to the Plank Road Inn. Are they still there? Or is,
They might be.
maybe they moved somewhere. Anyways, Best Rental. And you could even get a candelabra, is what the copy said. But, of course, being a 25-year-old uncultured man from Deloge, I just rolled with a candle bra because that looked like the right thing. It's you can even get a
Madonna
candle
would
bra.
wear.
And I mean, I think that commercial went like maybe 2 or 3 days before anyone noticed it. And then Kevin Brooks noticed it and, of course, called and laughed and then told me, you need to get in there and redo that right now. So he just randomly, out of the blue Thursday, sent me a text with a picture of a candelabra. And, of course, I got on my phone being a smart aleck and asked the AI to generate a picture of a candle bra. And then I sent that back to him.
I'm telling you, that's something Madonna would wear at a
Yeah,
concert.
she would. Yeah. In fact, I'm kind of surprised that didn't come up whenever I Googled that image.
Well, you aren't the only one to mispronounce things. I've done it before, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
had a coworker I helped record a commercial. It was about an open house. and she had never seen the word hors d'oeuvres
Oh, no.
spelled out before.
Oh, no.
So she got to reading the ad, and she says, and from 4 until 6, they'll be serving hors d'oeuvres.
Hors d'oeuvres.
And I started laughing, and I said, I think I may go to this open house.
Yeah. Hey.
I said, that's not how that is pronounced. And she goes, well, how do you say it? I said, that's hors d'oeuvres. I've never seen it spelled out. I said, yes. But we almost had hors d'oeuvres,
Hors d'oeuvres.
which would have made for quite the PG-13 open house. So there you go.
Big crowd. Wonder why.
Yeah, lots of guys. Very guy heavy, looking for the hors d'oeuvres.
Hors d'oeuvres. What was it? There's some movie where like somebody says hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it is, but I could hear that being said in my head. I remember too, like, well, no, I'm not going to call out this salesperson, but this salesperson wrote copy for this ad and was very proud of it. And they were talking about this infamous product at the store. And I'm like, no. That's not what infamous means.
Yeah, infamous is bad.
Yeah, infamous is bad. You don't want their mattress to be bad. It's good. But yeah, you kind of see that. And yeah, it wasn't just candle bra. I'm sure, heck, on this podcast, I've mispronounced some things.
I think we may have talked about this before, but I once recorded an ad for Belgrade State Bank, and I came out sounding like Elmer Fudd, and I didn't realize it, and it got on the air too, but I kept calling it Belgrade State Bank.
Oh, no.
Like 3 or 4 times the name of the business was in the ad, and I kept saying Belgrade State Bank, and all that's missing was, we're going to hunt Wascally Wabbits.
White.
We've all done things.
Yeah, a Capias, that's always a fun, like, hey, go record the Capias ad to the new guys and watch them struggle.
Yes.
So it is all good. And those are, for you, some totally awesome radio stories. Subway of the Parkland, eat fresh. Deliciousness is always there at the Farmington and the Park Hills and the Deloge locations. And man, the stuff there is really, really good, Mark Tody.
Went by and got the Beast.
The Beast. Tell us about the Beast.
The Beast. Double meats, double cheese. All the veggies you want on the Beast. It's a great sandwich. But the thing they're really excited about are these foot-long nachos that are now available at the Subway stores in this area. So,
Yeah, I
Mike
can smell
and
it.
Jake,
Yeah.
you guys have wonderful food. You have even better employees. Got to say hi to Heather, Jessica, and Brianna, the ladies of Subway. They're worth
Subway.
coming in to see just by themselves. But check out these foot-long nachos. Check out the Beast and all the other great food. You will not be disappointed.
That's your local Subways of the Parkland. They're in Farmington in the Maple Valley Center. They're in Park Hills in downtown and in Deloge in the Walmart Super Center. Subway, eat fresh. First State Community Bank, the 3 Farmington locations that serve us well. Online banking, business banking, FSCB.com, member FDIC. I stole all the bullet points, Mark, but I know you love to talk about all the great people that work there.
It's the people that make the difference. There are a lot of banks, and they all do great work around here. But First State Community Bank, their community involvement really makes them stand out to me. You will not go to a community event without not seeing just one, but multiple people from First State Community Bank, not just there, but involved. They care about this community. They go to school here. They go to church here. They do business with people in the community. You
Like the
cannot
Parkland
go wrong.
Podcast.
Yeah, like the Parkland Podcast. You cannot go wrong with First State Community Bank. They are so much more than member FDIC. I love going there.
Absolutely. First State Community Bank sponsoring the Parkland Podcast. Here's your news for episode 43 of the Parkland Podcast.
Record flooding amounts added up over the weekend that turned out to be one of the most active weather weeks in the state's history, causing Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe to declare a state of emergency. He has activated the National Guard.
An EF3 tornado with max wind speeds of 165 miles per hour touched down south of Berryman on Wednesday and traveled 19 miles northeast before dissipating to the north of Potosi.
During Wednesday's severe weather outbreak, 27 reports of tornadoes, more than 200 reports of severe winds, and more than 100 large hail reports were made, and those numbers could change as more information comes in.
The St. Francis County Sheriff's Department is continuing to post monthly arrest reports on their social media. For the month of March, the department had 1,657 calls for service. Numbers included 260 traffic stops and over 50 motor vehicle accidents.
The latest warrant this past Wednesday was for 46-year-old Nathaniel Reese, formerly of Bismarck. He has warrants for possession of a controlled substance, resisting and interfering with arrest, and driving while revoked. He's originally from Bismarck and has strong ties to that area. He also has ties to Piedmont. He's known to flee from law enforcement.
The Missouri House of Representatives has passed a $48 billion state operating budget proposal. $4 billion will go to K-12 public schools, a $200 million increase over the current budget year. The proposal also includes $25 million for security, transportation, and other needs in support of Kansas City hosting the FIFA World Cup in 2026.
Other highlights include $150 million to extend Interstate 57 through Poplar Bluff to Arkansas.
$70 million for some highway projects.
$50 million to expand a tax credit to send K-12 students to private school.
$33.4 million for minimum teacher pay requirements.
$1.6 million for senior citizens meals.
$1 million for nursing incentive grants. And a 6.8% pay increase for both highway patrol troopers and for state park rangers. The fiscal year 2026 budget proposal will go to the Senate for more adjustments.
And the city of Farmington is going to host a reception celebrating outgoing Mayor Larry Forsythe. That'll be held April 10th at 5 o'clock at Long Hall. That's right before the regularly scheduled Farmington City Council meeting,
which will be his last, and he'll hand the gavel off to one of the two gentlemen running for mayor. There you go. That's your latest news here on the Parkland Podcast. Mark and I are clients of Parkland Pharmacy. They are local pharmacy at its finest. He hangs out at the Farmington store. I drive through the Deloge store. Sometimes I go in too, and they take really good care of us, don't they?
They're like the Cheers of pharmacy because everybody knows your name. I go in there and I bet 3 or 4 people say, "Hey, Mark. Hi, Mark. How you doing, Mark?" And it makes me feel good to know that I matter and that I get personal one-on-one service when I get my prescriptions filled, or if I'm there just to pick up some aspirin or some emergency or any of the other hundreds of things they have available. I love the personal service you get at Parkland Pharmacy.
Fredericktown and Deloge stores will be participating in a drug take-back day. That's on April the 26th. And if you have that unused medication, you can bring that in. And again, that's part of the commitment of Parkland Pharmacy to take care of the community as a whole.
Great place to do business. Great community partners. Parkland Pharmacy throughout the area.
Deloge, Farmington, Fredericktown, Ironton, Piedmont, and Greenville. Local pharmacy at its finest. Save a lot of the Lead Belt. They are located in Bonne Terre, DeSoto, Potosi, Park Hills, Farmington. We get the alerts. I think it's every day that we record. I get a text.
Saturdays, yes.
Yeah. You get that alert from Save a Lot, and then they got the little scratch-off cards. Those are so much fun.
They have great produce. You know, they go through all their produce, and they look at it before they put it out to make sure it's the freshest, the best produce that they can serve to their customers. I love that about that store. The great service they give, the great attention to detail, and then don't get us started on the meat department.
Oh, man. Yeah. They were part of my opening day barbecue, and the brats and the pork steaks were fantastic. And just don't stop there. There's so many great meat selections available for you. The 5 for $24.99, still a great deal. Every once in a while, you might get lucky, and one of those days it's a 6 for $24.99, which is like free bonus meat. Check it out. Save a lots of the Lead Belt. Bonne Terre, DeSoto, Potosi, Park Hills, and Farmington. Time for events. It's presented by Discover Farmington. More than you ever imagined. DiscoverFarmingtonMo.com allows you to find out more about entertainment, dining, outdoor activities, wineries, and more.
Farmington, Missouri, your destination for a perfect weekend getaway. Dine in at one of our quality restaurants or visit one of our surrounding wineries. Farmington offers a variety of parks and other recreational leisure time activities. See some sights, have some fun, and go wherever your heart takes you. Sounds like a lot of fun, so get a room and stay a while. All this and more awaits you just 60 miles south of St. Louis. Discover Farmington today.
Going to be a great meal served up this Wednesday at the Methodist Church in Farmington. Mom's Cafe. Everybody's welcome.
Well, you're running out of time to take advantage of the Lenten fish fries. In fact, the last one happening this Friday, the 11th. It'll be at St. Joseph's in Farmington from 4 to 7 and Immaculate Conception in Park Hills from 4 to 6.
Let's babble on about Broadway. The Decades Musical Review is April 11th, 12th, and 13th at Long Hall in Farmington.
More Than Just a Man, the musical at the First Baptist Church in Farmington. That's on North A Street, is happening at 7:30 on April 11th, 12th, and 13th.
The 26th Annual Health and Resource Expo is coming up this Saturday, 8 to noon at Mineral Area College. Look for the United Way booth.
Yeah, Mark will be there helping out. And then after that, he will head over to Feed My Sheep, the gigantic bake sale happening on Saturday, April 12th from 9 to noon at the Deloge First Baptist Church. Every cent raised at that event goes to help out local food pantries.
Autos for Autism Car Show, April 12th, 10 to 3 at the Methodist Church in Farmington.
There's a community Easter egg hunt April the 12th at 11 a.m. at the Washington County Fairgrounds.
The Deloge Community Easter Egg Hunt is April 16th, 4 o'clock at Deloge Park, put on by the Library Board.
And call in your order now for those Good Friday Farmington Senior Center cinnamon rolls. It's a fundraiser for them, and Ursula is just a master when it comes to these. She makes a lot of things very delicious, but this is like one of her best. $18 per dozen, $8 for a box of 4. You will not regret it. And you can go ahead and call her now and reserve that order at 756-1376.
And the 10th Annual Autos for Autism is coming up April 19th, starting at 8 a.m. at the Bonterre Drag Strip. It's a fundraiser for Visions of Hope.
Great organization, and if you want to find out more about that event, hop on one of our previous episodes, and you'll learn everything you need to know about Autos for Autism. Farmington Bluegrass Concert Series continues featuring Barnum Jack. That big show is April 25th at 7 o'clock at Long Hall, and keep an eye on our Facebook page for free tickets for that concert.
Elvis Meets the Beatles, April 26th at 7 o'clock at the Centene Center. Tickets are on sale now, $20 in advance, $30 at the door.
I saw the big sign get hammered in right at the corner by the water park. So it's serious, man. Elvis and the Beatles are coming. Get excited. That is your events segment, and that's presented by Discover Farmington. Find out about local events. Even book a wedding or day trip right now at discoverfarmingtonmo.com. Heimberger Construction, heimbergerconstruction.com, the website. Boy, they are such great people. They know their stuff, and they're ready to work with whatever kind of construction you need.
Jenny is so busy, Jennifer Heimberger, the owner of Heimberger Construction, because they're doing jobs all around the area, and that is just a testimony to the quality work they provide. If you are adding on to your business and you want to work with the right people, call Heimberger Construction. They have years of experience, and they don't just do work here locally. They are all throughout the Midwest because they have a great reputation. They are solid. They were here yesterday, they're here today, and they'll be here tomorrow.
And they use those Butler buildings because they're the best metal building system on the market and the only buildings that have that pre-punched roof system and standard 360-degree roof seam for their standing seam roof. And Butler Buildings, too, Mark, I did some research. They are a Missouri-based company as well. So you're using not only a quality company like Butler Buildings with Heimberger Construction, you're also keeping your money right here in the state of Missouri, too. So that's very good. Check them out. They've been around since 1978. HeimbergerConstruction.com.
They said it couldn't be done. They said the world would never accept a cookie this long, or pretzel, and probably not a churro. They also said, under no circumstances should those really long and delicious treats be wildly affordable. Then we said, but we already made them, and they are. Introducing the incredible new foot-long sidekicks. Get one at Subway today.
It is birthday time on the Parkland podcast, and these are the birthdays for the week of April 7th.
Hey, before we do that, though, got to send a shout-out to Candy Hinty. She saw this online and said, Mark, you have to have it.
Uh-oh.
Don't make me use my radio voice.
Here, let's get the... everybody can
I
read it.
love this shirt. I was going to wear it today on the podcast, but it's 37 degrees at broadcast time or record time,
Yeah.
and I thought I'll
Yeah.
save it. But this may become the official shirt
Yes.
for Mark Toady of the Parkland podcast. So, Candy,
Ah.
thank you very, very much. Just a few birthdays. This is the lightest birthday week I think I've had
Me
since
too.
we started doing this.
Can I give you a belated real quick first?
Yeah.
April 6th, happy birthday to Chris Heaps. That is from his work family at Interstate Batteries. So apparently everybody at Interstate Batteries likes to get together and listen to the podcast. And Catherine Harris submitting that through our Facebook page. Thank you, Catherine, and hope that day was awesome for you. Okay, so Monday, April 7th, who do you have?
Well, we wished her husband a happy birthday last week, and today, Monday, we get to wish Rita Martin a very happy birthday. I've worked with Rita on a couple of different things, interviewed her in the past on the radio. Very nice lady, very smart lady. She's smart enough to marry Steve Martin. I mean, come on.
I know, right?
Yeah, so Rita, happy birthday wishes to you.
And that's the only birthday I have, too. So, Rita, man, you get a lot of attention on your birthday on Monday, April the 7th. All right, what about Tuesday, April 8th?
Tuesday, happy birthday wishes to Ethan Smith. Ethan is the son of Doug Smith, the former editor at the newspaper and now an award-winning real estate guy. Ethan, happy birthday. He's a big dude, man. He is a big, strong guy. I call him Mr. Smith. Happy birthday to you. And Linda Kelly, happy birthday to you from your husband, Ken, and your kids. She went to St. Paul Lutheran Church for a bunch of years, and now she's down in the Springfield area, I think. But Linda, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to one of the biggest fans of the Parkland podcast and a
Chris.
true Deloge legend, Mr. Chris Ferguson. Chris is awesome. He and his group that travel to the mapping agency in St. Louis listen to the podcast every Monday. And
Good man.
Probably Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday last week because it was such a long guy. But
He's a technology dude, too.
yes, absolutely. Former athletic director and teacher, and so he's kind of done a few different things. Happy birthday, Chris, from all the kids and the wife, and I hope it's a great one for you. You want to hear the best pickup line I've ever heard one student use on another?
You don't sweat much for a big girl?
Wow. No, man, never mind. No, Blake Kuntz, whose birthday is Tuesday, once told a young lady in my class, he goes, your phone is broken, girl. And she goes, it is? Why? He goes, because it doesn't have my number in it. I was like,
very good,
wow.
very
It
good.
worked, too. They dated for like 2 weeks, I think.
Hey, long-term relationship.
Yeah, happy birthday, Blake. Hope it's a great day for you, buddy. And Nathan Crater celebrating a birthday on Election Day. Happy birthday to Nathan. What about Wednesday, April the 9th?
Wednesday, Kelly Legan celebrating a birthday, a longtime employee at First State Community Bank. She's married to Tommy Legan. They have 2 wonderful daughters. Kelly, happy birthday to you. You are a joy. Happy birthday to Stacy Wright, Stacy Barnhouse Wright. She worked at the Life Center for a whole bunch of years, and now she's doing the photography
Yeah,
thing.
great photographer.
She really is, and she's just a wonderful gal. I've interviewed her a lot on the radio over the years when she was at the Life Center. She's awesome. And Linda Kohlmeyer, happy birthday to you. She's married to Tim Kohlmeyer. I've been married for 50 years plus now, so happy birthday wishes to you. If I say from all the Kohlmeyers, that encompasses about 500 people because
Yeah,
there's a whole
there's
lot
a
of
lot.
Kohlmeyers. Linda, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to Sam Lawson. Sam, former Froggy sports guy.
Sam, I am.
Sam was one of the guys, he stuck it out for, I think, the longest. So happy birthday to him. Jordan Thompson celebrating a birthday on Wednesday. Happy birthday, Jordan. Hope it's a great day for you, Coach. Tasha Faraci celebrating a birthday on Wednesday. She's got kind of a toady name, right?
I think she sounds like a fashion designer.
Yeah.
Have you seen the latest design from Faraci?
Faraci. Very, very nice. And Molly Miller, I'm sure a lady that you've interviewed a lot. I believe she was one of the first instructors of BKTV. So, right, back in the day?
I knew her as a real estate
and then real estate later.
Yeah.
I think so. Happy birthday, Molly. Hope it's a great day for you. What about Thursday, April 10th? Who you got?
Thursday, Shelley Oldle. Got to say happy birthday wishes to Shelley, doing a fine job at B104 and KFMO. And she's keeping Chuck on the straight and narrow, which is really, it's not that hard.
No, it's not.
No. Chuck's favorite 2 words in the English language are yes, dear. So, Shelley, happy birthday to you. I hope you're doing great. And Jared Wolford, happy birthday to you. He is the brother of Jenny Bowling, who works.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I think now at the Mineral Area College.
Right,
but worked in Farmington for a whole bunch of years.
Yeah.
Served our country in the military. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
And happy birthday wishes to you.
Happy birthday to Deneen McCord. If you know Deneen, you'd think the world of her. I know I do. She emailed me whenever the teaching job at Unitech first opened up. So I credit her as being the first person to reach out and be like, hey, you'd be really good at this. You should do this job. So thank you, Deneen. Hope you have a great Birthday. A guy, for some reason, who was nicknamed Mongo in high school, Tony Skaggs.
Mongo, right beans.
Mongo was a big old boy, and he still is. Happy birthday, Tony. Hope
Do
it's
you
a great
not
day
know
for
where
you.
Mongo comes from?
Huh? It's from Blazing Saddles?
Yeah. It is a big old boy, so I'm sure
Yeah.
that's where it came from.
I guess so. Well, there was also like a cat named Mongo that was on the Heathcliff TV series at about that time. So
And
it
there
might have
was
been from that.
a rock artist, a folk rock artist named Mongo Jerry.
Mongo Jerry, in the summertime when the weather. Matt Manley used to live across the street from me. Happy birthday, Matt. Hope you have a great day. And chiropractor Alexia Hampton celebrating a birthday on Thursday. Happy birthday, Alexia. Who do you have for Friday, April 11th?
Fridays, be there. Kim Hafley celebrates a birthday. I went to school with Kim. She's aged a whole lot better than I have. So, Kim, happy birthday to you. Rachel Gillespie celebrating a birthday. That's from your mom and dad and all your family. Rachel is responsible for the only horse that was named after me.
Oh.
They called
That you
him,
know of.
That I know of. Tote Man the horse.
Tote Man.
Back when
Wow.
she was just like about 10 years old, they named their horse after me, which is really awesome. I've had a frog named after me and a horse and a few other things.
A few other menu items at local restaurants.
Yeah, I had Toady Wings, the
Toady Wings.
Pasta House special for a couple of years. Anyway, Jessica Pierce, happy birthday to you. She works at the Life Center. She also goes to St. Paul Lutheran Church. Her daughter, I think, is going to be a sophomore at Farmington High School, and she's already made the varsity volleyball team. And at Farmington, that's saying something.
Yeah.
So happy birthday to you. And Dana Ellis, my fellow Navy brother, happy birthday to you, Dana. Hope you're doing great, and we hope you have a happy birthday on Friday.
Dr. Wayne Pope celebrating a birthday on Friday. Graduated from North County back in the early 80s, and he has been a professor of music, I believe. I can't remember which one he's at. Is it the Hilltoppers, or is that Western Kentucky?
Yes.
Yeah, so I believe he's been there for many, many years, has been in the Baby Boomers show since its inception, and he occasionally will do a concert at the Centene Center, and has done that a few years in a row. Just a great singer and a great dude. Happy birthday, Dr. Pope, from your wife and your son and your daughter, who are all just as talented as you are, and what a great singing family those folks are. What about Saturday, April 12th?
Just a couple of birthdays. A guy we used to work with, worked at our Festus station, KJFF, when we were radio guys. Matt Bear.
Oh, yeah, Matt.
Celebrating a birthday on
Happy
Saturday.
birthday.
Happy birthday to you. And Aaron Thomas. Happy birthday wishes to you. She lives in like North Dakota. She's got a son named Riley that comes down here, every summer and spends the summer with Steve and Debbie Thomas, his grandparents. He's a great kid. Aaron, you're pretty awesome too. Happy birthday to you.
How about Clint Price, the
legend,
Save-A-Lot legend, Save-A-Lot of the Lead Belt. Clint's an awesome guy, podcast guest, and did really well. And just a guy with a big heart, you know. He's willing to get behind causes and do so much for the community. Happy birthday, Clint. Hope it's an awesome day for you. And David Hosking celebrating a birthday on Saturday. Happy birthday to David. What about Sunday, April 13th?
Sunday, just one birthday, and it's a guy I went to school with, Mark Gropey. Happy birthday to you. He was a really good soccer player back when there wasn't a lot of organized soccer, except in the St. Louis area, because soccer's always been big there. But he was a really, really good soccer player. So, Mark, happy birthday wishes to you. Hope you're doing great.
Awesome. I have Julie Wilkinson. Happy birthday to you, Julie. John Kramer. Wasn't he the president of the Montana Chamber of Commerce for a while? Real estate guy.
I see Kramer.
You see Kramer, you go straight to Cosmo Kramer from Seinfeld. John Kramer, happy birthday to you. Nathan Patterson celebrating a birthday on Sunday as well. And Connor Mooney, former J98 employee. He was, I guess, one of the victims of the mass layoff. Remember Connor with the big long hair?
I think he left.
Oh, he left before?
Yeah.
He got out ahead of it. Okay,
yes,
good for
He was
Connor.
ahead of
Happy
the curve.
birthday to you. Those are your birthdays for the week of April the 7th.
It's the memories made during a weekend with the girls, a family adventure, or a Sunday stroll in historic downtown. At First State Community Bank, we have a strong passion for small business owners and the students and families who live, work, and play here. Our passion for them runs deep because this is our community too. First State Community Bank. Success starts here.
Parkland Pharmacy is out to prove that local independent pharmacy is alive and well. We work hard at giving you an excellent experience every time you come to see us. We love what we do, and we would love to take care of you. There's no need to be frustrated with your health care. If you're tired of what your pharmacy is not doing for you, then stop waiting in line and come see us today. We have 6 locations across Southeast Missouri, so Google us to find the store nearest you or visit parklandrx.com. Parkland Pharmacy is a local pharmacy at its finest.
Parkland Podcast Sports is just from Monday and Tuesday because every game scheduled from Wednesday on was not played, either canceled or rescheduled for future dates. So on Monday, we start with softball. West County, a big win over Potosi. St. Genevieve blanks Valley Catholic. Central shuts out Arcadia Valley. And Bismarck, a big win over Kingston. Boys tennis, Poplar Bluff getting past North County. Cape Notre Dame defeats Farmington, and Arcadia Valley doubles up Crystal City. Your baseball scores for Monday: Fredericktown a win over Doniphan. Arcadia Valley defeats Clearwater. Bismarck 10 runs Ellington. Valley Catholic a win over Valmeyer, Illinois. The St. Louis Patriots defeat St. Genevieve. Festus over Central. Seckman a win against North County. And St. Clair defeats Potosi. One girls soccer match from Monday sees Perryville blank Farmington. Then on Tuesday, your baseball scores first. It was Farmington a win over Lutheran. Central defeats Herculaneum. North County gets past Cape Central. It was Fredericktown over Arcadia Valley. West County shuts out Ellington. Meadow Heights a win over Bismarck. Potosi gets past Sullivan. And Valley Catholic edges East Carter. For softball, West County a big win over Stillville. Salem gets past Potosi in a slugfest. Clearwater shuts out Arcadia Valley. Bourbon a win over Bismarck, and Oak Ridge gets past Valley Catholic. Boys tennis, North County blanks St. Pius. Festus a win over Farmington, and Dexter gets past Potosi. And in girls soccer, North County and St. Clair kick to a tie, and St. Clair wins in penalty kicks. And then a couple of track meets from Tuesday, the Jefferson Invitational on the girls' side, Valley Catholic wins that, followed by St. Genevieve. And then on the boys' side, Valley Catholic would come in second. No action for your Minville area college softball or baseball teams. Again, victims of the poor weather conditions. That's a check of your sports right here on the Parkland Podcast. Heimberger Construction, HeimbergerConstruction.com, the website. Boy, they are such great people. They know their stuff, and they're ready to work with whatever kind of construction you need.
Jenny is so busy, Jennifer Heimberger, the owner of Heimberger Construction, because they're doing jobs all around the area, and that is just a testimony to the quality work they provide. If you are adding on to your business and you want to work with the right people, call Heimberger Construction. They have years of experience, and they don't just do work here locally. They are all throughout the Midwest because they have a great reputation. They are solid. They were here yesterday, they're here today, and they'll be here tomorrow.
And they use those Butler buildings because they're the best metal building system on the market and the only buildings that have that pre-punched roof system and standard 360-degree roof seam for their standing seam roof. And Butler Buildings, too, Mark, I did some research. They are a Missouri-based company as well. So you're using not only a quality company like Butler Buildings with Heimberger Construction, you're also keeping your money right here in the state of Missouri, too. So that's very good. Check them out. They've been around since 1978. HeimbergerConstruction.com. Save a lot of the Lead Belt. They are located in Bonne Terre, DeSoto, Potosi, Park Hills, Farmington. We get the alerts. I think it's every day that we record. I get a text.
Some Saturdays, yes.
Yeah. You get that alert from Save a Lot, and then they got the little scratch-off cards. Those are so much fun.
They have great produce. You know, they go through all their produce, and they look at it before they put it out to make sure it's the freshest, the best produce that they can serve to their customers. I love that about that store. The great service they give, the great attention to detail, and then don't get us started on the meat department.
Oh, man. Yeah. They were part of my opening day barbecue, and the brats and the pork steaks were fantastic. And just don't stop there. There's so many great meat selections available for you. The 5 for $24.99, still a great deal. Every once in a while, you might get lucky, and one of those days it's a 6 for $24.99, which is like free bonus meat. Check it out. Save a lots of the Lead Belt. Bonne Terre, DeSoto, Potosi, Park Hills, and Farmington. Time to learn more about the Feed My Sheep Bake Sale. This is the 6th annual, getting ready to happen this coming weekend in Deloge at the Big First Baptist Church. And I guess the co-founding couple of Feed My Sheep.
The first couple of Feed My Sheep.
The first couple of Feed My Sheep are with us here in the barn. We have Jack and Elizabeth Poston. Good to see both of you. Thanks so much for coming in.
Well, thank you for having us.
And we really appreciate it because if you know Jack all that well, you know this is really early for him.
This is the middle of the night to me. I'm not an early bird. Oh, no, I hate it.
Well, we appreciate you being here. This is such an awesome event that you do. Let's start off, Elizabeth, by talking a little bit about the history and how it came about.
Well, how it started out is we were reading about Help the Hungry and then Feed the Families in Fredericktown. And we were sitting at our kitchen counter, and Jack would say, "We could do this. We could do this, Elizabeth. We could really do this." And
I really meant Liz could do it.
which I knew that's what it meant.
Yeah.
So he talked to me probably 2 or 3 years before we decided to make the plunge. And we talked to Chris Landrum with Help the Hungry, and we talked to the people in Fredericktown also, and they gave us a lot of good do's and don'ts.
Very helpful, very helpful.
Yeah, they were extremely helpful. So really it arose out of the need that there were other food pantries in the county that weren't getting any assistance from the group. So that's where it started out.
And then I think in previous interviews, too, you kind of started to look around the community and find other strong church people that you would see at the local restaurants at 12:30 in the afternoon on a Sunday, and that's kind of how this started.
We knew the secret to success would be having a good committee working with us.
Yeah.
And we were blessed to find people, Bismarck, Bonne Terre, all over the western and north central part of the county. So we have a very good community to work with.
So Feed My Sheep is April 12th, this coming Saturday. Where is it going to be held at, and how will the day play out?
Well, it'll be at the Deloche First Baptist Church. They've graciously allowed us to use their facility. It's really not a church function, although we actually have a lot of our church people that help that day. But it is a community-based event, and it starts off the day at 8 o'clock with, we say biscuits and gravy breakfast, but it also includes scrambled eggs. And then at 9 o'clock, we have the actual bake sale and silent auction begin. And then around, 11:45, we have an auction of the pastor-baked cakes. So that's kind of our highlight of the day.
And they're fun, aren't they?
They are fun.
Yeah.
They're competitive too, right?
They
take this very
sure can
serious.
be. They sure can be.
And we don't want to bury the lead here. All the money you raise goes towards a very great cause.
Right. There are 5 food pantries that we support, and those are the Bismarck Church of God Food Pantry, and then there is one in Elvins, Immaculate Conception in Park Hills, the House of Praise that's in Deloge, and the Bonne Terre, St. Vincent de Paul Food Pantry in Bonne Terre.
It's really neat if you get there early enough in the morning for the breakfast, because you'll see a whole lot of, it's almost like a homecoming. You see a lot of folks you might not see all the time, and you really get to catch up.
It's kind of like going to the Christmas tournament at Central.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
You see a lot of people, and
I get to see some former students that I normally don't get to see, so that's exciting. But yeah, we have the Family Ministry Center gym, we call it. It is just loaded with everything. I mean, you'd be surprised when you walk in. Oh my gosh, I didn't know there was so much stuff here. Yeah.
So this year we have a new silent auction item that we've never had before, a dog sofa.
A dog sofa?
A dog sofa.
Yes, a dog sofa.
Explain, please.
I think it's just a big bath for the dog. That's what it is.
It's a sofa for
The
a
box
dog.
says sofa. The box says sofa. Somebody donated it, and we said, okay.
And so that's a first for us. So, and we've got, other items already, but what happens is on Friday we start setting up for that, and we have a drive-through drop-off, so people can come by the church at between 4 and 7 and just roll down the window and hand out the cake or whatever. Of course, they can come in if they want to, but we have high school students that will be coming and helping us run stuff from that point to the various tables where they need to go. So it's quite an operation. And then they can also drop things off on Saturday morning too.
Till 9 o'clock.
From 7 to 9, yes.
Now, if somebody bakes an item, do you want them to like put their name on it, or if like it's maybe like a cookie that could be like a raisin oatmeal or a chocolate chip? I guess you got to put that on.
We
there too?
ask that the cakes and pies come in a strong container, and a paper plate. Chinette's the brand name, of course, and wrapped with saran wrap or something. But yes, if it's a carrot cake, we need a little sticker that says carrot cake, or German sweet chocolate, so we'll know how what it is, and we can sell it that way. So,
And we don't have to price it because we'll price them.
yeah.
So.
Okay. How do you determine the prices? That's got to be
Affordable is the word I would use.
Yes, yeah.
Right, exactly. And that question came up for the committee this year because the price of eggs has gone up so much. But we decided people need a bargain. So we're pretty much holding our prices the same as last year. So they're very affordable.
So you've got all these different church groups. You mentioned the school kids. It'd be pretty amazing if you could add up all the different people that go into making this a big success.
Well, we have our aprons on today.
I see that.
And I have 48 aprons, I think.
Okay.
And that's not enough for everybody. So that tells you something right there. The kids don't get one. You know, we try to get them to all the cashiers and people that have a different table, but we still have more helpers than that. So I would say probably, maybe 100 people that are actually working that day.
We have a crew that comes and takes every table out of the church Sunday school areas and brings down to the gym.
That's hard work.
It's hard work, and a lot of people volunteered to do that and help us. And people in the kitchen working, people in the silent auction area. It's just a beehive, or an anthill, I guess you could say too. So
I'm a big fan of silent auctions. I love the silent auction at Feed My Sheep. The business community, from what I see when I go there, seems to have really responded to this.
People are very generous.
Very generous. And we've found this year that if someone, an individual or a business, maybe gave us $100 last year, this year they give us $200. Or if they gave us $50, they give us $100. It's been very nice. And I told Jack earlier, I said, I think people realize that we're here to stay.
That we're legitimate. We're good. This is great. No, a lot of people have been very generous, and we know businesses are always asked for donations. My brother was in the banking business, and people are always saying, "Would you donate? Would you donate?"
Yeah.
And we appreciate when they can donate, because they have to make a decision which one they want to support. But we've had a lot of support and churches and individuals, and it's been fabulous.
Is it too late to join that 100 people volunteer group?
Oh, no.
Oh, no. In fact, we have a volunteer coordinator the day of.
Boy, now you're big time.
Yeah,
Say,
big time.
okay, we need you over here. So
David Shaw, former mayor of Deloge.
Yes.
He's the one we say, go to him. He'll tell you where to work. No, we do have a lot of people each year just say, I want to be a part of this. And that's great. We can use them anywhere and everywhere.
You got to love a volunteer coordinator and former mayor who's not afraid to tell you where to go.
That's exactly. Yeah, he'll tell you. Good man. You're a good man.
So again, people can drop off their items for the bake sale or for the auction the day before or the morning of. Give us those details again.
Okay. First of all, for anyone that doesn't know, Deloge First Baptist Church basically is located behind Booyer Funeral Home in Deloge.
Yeah.
And the north side of the church, we call it the playground side.
Okay.
There'll be cones set up. People can drive up. We have a door there, and people will walk out and go to the car and reach in and give me your cake, give me your cookies, whatever you got, and they'll take it in. You don't have to get out of your car. So if it's raining, a little cold, we got you covered. But they'll come in through the north side of the church, and you'll see people. There'll be people all over.
And the same drive-through set up on Saturday morning too. Okay.
Have you totaled up how much money you've made for the 5 food pantries over the years?
Yes.
We're over $200,000.
Wow. Awesome.
Last year we raised a little over $50,000.
That was our biggest year so far.
And of course, when you think about money coming in, we have to talk about money going out. And we are, I guess you'd say, blessed. Rob Baker from East Missouri Action Agency is our crunch number guy, and he keeps a track of how many people use each of the food pantries. And so the money is divided based on how many people use the food pantry. So obviously the bigger food pantries will get more money, but every group, small pantries like Bismarck or House of Praise, they will get several thousand. So,
I know the United Way supports all the local food pantries in St. Francis County, but every food pantry I have ever talked to says it's events like this one and Help the Hungry that really help keep them sustained.
Exactly.
I think part of it is because there's no stipulation on this part. You can use this however you want to. We just,
You know, Mark, people that work at the food pantries that are part of our committee every year come in and say, the need is growing. It is growing. And I remember Carol Inman, who's a fine volunteer for our committee and at the food pantry in Bonterra, said, Jack, when I started, I didn't realize there would be older people coming in. She said, a lot of senior citizens need help. You think of families and kids and all that, but she said, senior citizens are struggling too. So there's a greater need each year, sadly.
Well, and last year, the numbers that we mentioned that Mark, or Rob Baker, I'm sorry, put together for us, when I added them up, it was 20,000 visits to the food pantries.
Wow.
Now, that's those 5 food pantries we serve. That doesn't include how many people visit to Farmington's. So, I mean, in a county our size, I think that's pretty high. Yes. Now, that's not 20,000 different individuals. That means 20,000 visits. So if one person goes every month, that's 12 times. But still, that is a lot of visits to the food pantries.
And Rob has done a real good job. I don't know if he's the only one working on it, but making sure that people aren't abusing the system.
Yes.
They're getting the help they need, and they're not jumping from one pantry to the
Right.
He has
Right.
done a fabulous job with that.
He sure has. So help the Feed My Sheep bake sale happening, the 6th annual event at the Deloge Baptist Church, the big gymnasium coming up on Saturday.
And these guys are world-class trivia players, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Well, we play a lot. I don't know how good
we
we
just
are.
play a lot. Yeah.
I feel really good whenever I beat you guys because it doesn't happen very often.
Jason, we don't know modern music. I heard you all talking earlier, and I thought, I don't know who they're talking about.
Very good. Jack, I want to have you on sometime and talk about education. I'm sure you have some strong opinions on how money should be spent.
Now, Jason,
or not
I've been
spent.
retired 20 years.
Is it really been 20 years?
Yes.
No way. You're kidding me.
2005.
Oh, my gosh. It
I
has
know.
been
It goes
20
by
years.
fast. Just right. Your time's coming.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I appreciate so much what you two do for the community and pulling your resources together and really helping out. Thank you so much for everything.
Thank you for having
Well,
us
thank
very
you.
much.
All
I
right.
also want to send a shout-out to Glenda Strawn and
Yes.
Miss Ann Strangemeyer and the rest of that committee, too.
Yes.
Oh, there's some great people on it, and you probably know most of them. Jack and Elizabeth Poston, the Feed My Sheep Bake Sale, telling us all about it here on the Parkland Podcast.
Farmington, Missouri, your destination for a perfect weekend getaway. Dine in at one of our quality restaurants or visit one of our surrounding wineries. Farmington offers a variety of parks and other recreational leisure time activities. See some sights, have some fun, and go wherever your heart takes you. Sounds like a lot of fun, so get a room and stay a while. All this and more awaits you just 60 miles south of St. Louis. Discover Farmington today.
This is the musical segment of the Parkland Podcast where 2 former DJs talk about songs they like to play or maybe they didn't like to play. We hold up cool album covers, and then we have a fun musical prompt that we hope incites musical discussion with the folks that you enjoy listening to the podcast with. So first off, Mark Tody, what is your song of the week?
The song of the week is Magic Carpet Ride from Steppenwolf. This is a great, great tune. And it was back when it was released as a single. You had B-sides.
Mm-hmm.
The B-side to this song, which, by the way, topped out at number 3 on the charts and was one of their biggest hits, along with Born to Be Wild. But the B-side was Suki Suki.
Oh, yeah.
Suki, 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 Sue. Great tune. If you don't hear it very often, it's one that you'll get a kick out of. And just to prove that I will collect anything that's related to The Who, I bring you Tunes Missing from The Who. And best known for classic tunes like Bald-Headed Woman and Dogs Part 2.
Dogs Part 2.
And the song written by John Entwistle called My Wife, which is a great tune. Couple of Rolling Stones songs that they covered on this album, Under My Thumb and The Last Time. Daddy Rolling Stone is also on this. If you like 60s style rock and roll with a tinge of what's to come for The Who, this is a good album to listen to.
There's a lot of evolution in that band.
Yes, there is.
Yeah. From where they started to where they ended, they covered a lot of ground. All right, song of the week. I'm rolling with a great one from Jackson Browne, Running on Empty. I feel like I am running on empty quite a bit, but what a great tune from Jackson Browne, the harmonies. It spent 2 weeks at number 1 in Canada, peaked at number 11 in the U.S., but great tune. Then, of course, that preceded The Pretender, which is also a great Jackson Browne tune. And then, of course, the Stay, the Loadout song was also a great tune as well. I think that's the one I heard this morning, but I wanted Running on Empty to be the song this week. All right, for albums, again, I borrow albums from my grandma, and I have the Chuck Wagon Gang's Best. Yes, here they all are, all the members of the Chuck Wagon Gang: Floyd Tillman, Bill Monroe, Bob Atcher, Rosie Maddox, Little Jimmy Dickens, Carl Smith, Bill Phillips, John Bond, and Bob Wills were all part of the Chuck Wagon Gang. And here's their album right here.
You people might laugh at that, but those are some of the biggest names in the history of country music.
Oh, yeah, right there. Absolutely. Especially Little Johnny Dinkleberry, little Johnny Dickens.
Bob Wills, baby.
Bob Wills, though, absolutely.
Still the king.
Yeah, absolutely. So our prompt this week was songs that were hits for multiple artists. What did you come up with?
Well, I'm going to start off with one that'll make my brother Tom quite happy.
Okay.
I'll get by with a little help from my friends.
Oh, yeah.
The Beatles and...
Mike Reeves.
Joe Cocker.
Who looks like Joe Cocker.
Turn the Page. Bob Seger and...
Metallica.
Very good, very good. The Sound of Silence. Simon and Garfunkel and...
Oh, who did that? Somebody did it recently.
Disturbed.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, didn't Paul Simon and Sabrina Carpenter sing that song recently too, I think?
Possibly.
Okay.
Possibly.
Yeah.
You Really Got Me, The Kinks and Van Halen.
Oh, the Eruption song that leads into that.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
And not to be outdone, Pretty Woman, Roy Orbison and Van Halen.
Yes.
Just a few of the choices that I have.
Let's see. Some of the songs, The Locomotion.
Grand Funk.
Yeah, and then Little Eva did it originally, did the Motown version before that. Mr. Postman, I didn't know the Carpenters did that, but I knew the Marvelettes did. Venus, of course, Shocking Blue. And then in the 80s, you had Bananarama that did that song. And then Lean On Me, Bill Withers did the original. And then Club Nouveau did the one in the 80s, 1987.
Bill Withers was the best.
Yeah, Bill's was. Then Keep Me Hanging On, of course, Diana Ross and the Supremes in 1966. Kim Wilde covered that song in 1987. So those are your musical selections.
Oh, you're leaving the best one out.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. When a Man Loves a Woman by Percy Sledge, and then later, of course, covered by Michael Bolton.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. You're right. What about I'll Be There, the Jackson 5 and Mariah Carey? Oh, Lady Marmalade, Mark. LaBelle in 1975, and then Christina Aguilera, Lil' Kim, Maya, and Pink. Missy Misdemeanor was also featured on that track as well in the year 2001. All right. Who do we have coming up on next week's show? Do we have people lined up?
We're going to outer space.
Oh, that's right. We're at Bonne Space Museum. Earl Mullins will be joining us.
Yes.
I've been told to make sure I have a lot of extra tape for that day because Earl likes to talk, but that's what you like in a podcast.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
All right, so that's coming up next week on the Parkland Podcast. Of course, make sure you tune in Tuesday night for election night coverage. Be the first to find out who the new mayor of Farmington is and whether or not we have changed administrations in the city of Park Hills and Deloge, as well as the school board races, alderman races, and the school board issues in the Farmington School District. We'll let you know right here on the Parkland Podcast. Have a great week. We'll see you later.
Peace.